I just want to make sure something is very clear to you. You gave birth 3 whole days ago, so you have absolutely no excuse not to come to the funeral. Not only that, you are going to do all of the planning and preparation as well as taking care of both of your kids by yourself. That is all your responsibility. My son was just ripped away from me. I am overcome with grief and agony. You were his wife, so you have no choice but to be strong and do what's required of you.
Angie, I understand that you're in pain, but I hope you understand that you're not the only person who is overcome with grief and agony right now.
Excuse me? How dare you think that your pain is comparable to my pain? I gave birth to Ryan and now he's gone. I'll never be able to hold him in my arms again. You've only known him for a few years.
10, actually.
That's a few compared to how long I've known him. He's been my son far longer than he's been your wife.
I told you, Angie, I'm aware that you're in pain. Being a mother myself, I think I can understand how you're feeling right now. But I never even had a chance to recover from giving birth. I am at my limit. And worst of all, my poor daughter Katie was so excited for the birth of her little brother. And now just a few days after she finally gets to meet him, she's lost her father. Her entire world has been turned upside down. I'm her mother, and she needs me by her side during this time, and that's exactly what I plan to do.
I have never heard an excuse as pathetic as that one in all my days. You mean to tell me that you can't even give a proper funeral to your husband? I can't imagine how difficult it must have been for Ryan to live with such a terrible wife. It must have been a struggle to make it through every day. All for him to wind up getting killed in a tragic, freak, random accident. And not only that, he left 2 poor, innocent children in the hands of such an unfitting mother. I would say he's turning over in his grave, but you're too lazy and uncaring to give him a proper funeral.
You don't need to remind me how tragic and shocking Ryan's accident was. I've been asking myself, why Ryan, over and over again ever since I got the news. To be honest, I am still having a hard time believing that it's true. But I don't have time to think about myself and my own sadness. I have 2 kids to worry about. I need to be as strong as I possibly can for their sakes.
Exactly. And that's why you need to do whatever is necessary to ensure Ryan has a proper funeral. Anything else will be a dereliction of duty, both to Ryan and your children.
I know, Angie, and I'll do whatever I can. But that's just the problem. I can't do much right now. I still haven't fully recovered from labor. I can't do everything by myself.
Oh, don't give me that. It doesn't matter what you think you can or can't do. All that matters is that you do it. How many times do I have to tell you this before you'll understand? You've always been thick-headed.
I am well aware of the fact that you've always hated me, but right now you need to understand that I am going to need help with the funeral. I've talked to my sister, and she said that she's willing to do the brunt of the heavy lifting for me.
You what? This is the funeral for your husband and my son, and you think you can just leave everything to your sister? Or have you no sense of shame? Your children are watching you, Molly. I thought you said you wanted to put on a strong face for them. You're not going to get away with using giving birth as an excuse for not handling the funeral by yourself. You've already given birth. That job is done, and now you need to do your new job. It's not like you've got some disease. Is this your idea of strength? Is this the idea you want your children to have of you? A pathetic weakling who doesn't even care enough about her husband to take care of his funeral? If you're not going to do this right, then I'll just have to take those kids away from you. I'll raise them myself and give them a proper upbringing.
Are you out of your mind, Angie? There's no way that I would ever agree to something like that. Do you know what Katie said to me the day we found out Ryan died? She said not to worry because she's going to help me take care of her little brother. Can you believe that? She is a 7-year-old girl who just lost her father, but she's still thinking about her family. I was so proud of her when she said that. She is a kind, strong little girl, and I am going to do my best to protect both her and my newborn son. So please, don't do or say anything that would come between the 3 of us.
Unbelievable! You're talking about me like I'm some kind of malicious interloper. All I'm doing is expressing my concern for you 3, and this is the thanks I get?
I know exactly what you're doing, Angie. You're trying to use our tragic situation as an opportunity to take my children away from me. And I'm telling you that it's not going to work, so don't bother.
Oh, sure, you can talk tough now, but what's going to happen to you without a breadwinner in the family? Are you actually planning on raising them both by yourself while working full-time? There isn't a company in the world that would hire you for anything. You're an imbecile.
The only thing that I can do is work as hard as I can for my kids, and that's what I intend to do. And for the record, I don't view you as a malicious interloper. Quite the contrary, I would greatly appreciate anything that you could do to help us out.
Oh, well, isn't that convenient? You're not going to give me my grandchildren, but you expect me to help you? How incredibly selfish.
Tell you what, if you want me to help you out, I'll make you a deal.
Give me one of the children and I'll do what I can.
My children are not objects. I'm not going to barter with them. I've had all that I can take of this conversation. I'm going to lay down and rest now.
I have never been more disappointed with a person in my entire life than I am right now. This is your husband's funeral, you idiot. I don't care if you just gave birth a week ago. That is no excuse to pass out in the middle of the service. You're probably just faking it anyway. And then you went and called an ambulance? Oh, shameless, utterly shameless.
You're mean, Grandma. I don't like you.
What? Did you just call me Grandma?
Yeah, I did. And I don't love you anymore. I hate you. I never want to see you again. You're not my grandma anymore. Stay away from me and my family.
Wait a moment. Katie, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me, Katie. My mom's phone kept beeping and it was really loud, so I wanted to turn it off. Then I saw that it was you messaging my mom. I might only be 7, but I can read just fine. I looked at the messages you've been sending my mom. You've been bullying my mom, haven't you? Mom always told me to be nice to you, but I'm not gonna be nice to you anymore. I hate you.
Katie, wait, you don't understand. There's a very good reason for the way I was talking to your mommy, okay? You see, mommies have jobs that they're supposed to do, and your mommy wasn't doing her job at all. That's why I got mad at her. I was just telling her that she needs to do what mommies are supposed to do, that's all. Don't you understand? Your mommy fell asleep during your daddy's funeral. Isn't that mean? Imagine how your daddy would feel if he saw your mommy sleeping at his funeral.
You're lying. I know you're lying. She didn't fall asleep. My mom just had my little brother a few days ago, but you made her do a bunch of work. I watched my mom all day today. She's really, really tired. But even though she's tired, she kept smiling and saying she was okay, even though that wasn't true. It's all because she didn't want me to be alone today.
Oh, but Katie, your brother wasn't born today. It was almost a week ago. Even if your little brother was born today, that still wouldn't be an excuse. This is your daddy's funeral, and your mommy was being very lazy. You remember your daddy is my little boy, don't you? It made me very sad to see your mommy being so lazy at my little boy's funeral. And it's good to express our feelings, right? I was just telling your mommy how she made me feel.
I'm 7 years old, Grandma. I'm not 5 anymore. You can stop talking to me like I'm a little baby. I'm not, and you're lying. I saw everything. My mom was tired from working so hard and was heading over to her chair to sit down and rest, but then you stuck your leg out and tripped her. So she didn't fall asleep. She didn't fall down either. You tripped her.
What? Oh, no, dear, that's not true. You must have been seeing things. Your grandma would never do that to your mommy.
Yes, you did. I saw you do it. Then my mom hit her head and got knocked out.
Katie, you have to believe me. You're mistaken. Look, I don't like to talk about your mommy this way, but the truth is that she's not a very nice mommy. She doesn't love you very much.
Stop lying to me! My mom loves me. She's always gonna love me. You're the one who doesn't love me or my mom. And that's why you're always being mean to her. When the ambulance people came in to pick her up, you tried to get them to go away, too. Even though my mom was hurt really bad, you told them my mom didn't need their help. My mom might be hurt really bad because of you, and I am never gonna forgive you.
Katie, please don't talk like that. I was trying to protect you from your mean mommy. I would never do anything mean to you.
My mom is not mean. You are. I don't trust you anymore. I love my mom, and I hate you because you're mean to her.
Katie, let's talk about this, okay? I'm sure you'll come to understand why your grandma did what she did if you just talk to me.
I don't want to talk to you ever again. Leave me alone.
Hey there, Molly. How are you feeling today? Let me know if there's anything at all that I can do for you. If I can't do it for you, then I could talk to my wife and have her head over to your place. I just want you to know we're both really concerned about you and your kids, so please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Hey, Roger. I really appreciate you and your wife's kindness. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting there, little by little. It's crazy, though. I still don't remember much of anything about when I fell. Everything seemed like such a blur. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you about what in the world happened today. I hate to drag you into my family's business like this, but I don't know who else to talk to.
No, you don't need to worry about a thing. Go ahead and drag me into whatever you need to. Ryan was my best friend ever since we were in college, and I owe it to him to do whatever I can to support you. He talked about you a lot, you know. He always said what a wonderful woman you are, how much you care about the kids. He said you were the glue that held the family together. I know the last thing that he ever wanted to do was to leave you like this.
Wow, I had no idea Ryan talked me up to other people like that. Thank you so much for telling me, Roger. That means a lot. I really needed to hear that. It's just, I feel so terrible for Katie. She's the biggest victim in all of this. She was a total daddy's girl. She adored Ryan, and my biggest fear is being unable to fill that hole that Ryan's death left in her heart.
It's totally natural for someone in your position to have self-doubts, especially considering the way your mother-in-law always treated you. But believe me when I say that you don't have a thing to worry about. I know for a fact that Ryan was completely confident in your abilities as a mom.
Wait a second. You knew about me and my mother-in-law? But how? Did Ryan tell you?
No, actually it was your daughter, Katie. She was so concerned about you when you fell down. She was right by your side the whole time, even in the ambulance and the hospital. By the way, about your fall, did you know that your mother-in-law stuck her leg out intentionally to trip you? Katie saw the whole thing, and so did I, so it's a sure thing.
You know, I kinda had a feeling that was the case. But like I said, my memory from that day is so foggy, I don't remember much of anything.
And that's not all. After you fell down, she started shouting, "Don't you dare fall asleep now, you slacker!" Then she got on top of you and started slapping you in the face, trying to wake you up. But you don't remember that either?
Oh my god, I had no idea. Is that how I got this bruise? I thought it was from the fall.
No, that was your mother-in-law. After the dust had settled a bit, Katie came and talked to me. She wanted to know what she could do to save you from your mother-in-law.
Wow, I guess an awful lot was going on while I was out. It was you that called 911 for me, right? I'll bet that Katie figured she could trust you when she saw that. I'm really sorry that you had to deal with all of that.
No, really, I was glad to do it. You don't need to apologize.
Come to think of it, Katie has been telling me that I need to call the police. Do you think that's what she was talking about?
Yeah, I'll bet anything that's what it is. Actually, she was asking the paramedics who showed up if they could arrest someone. Then she asked one of the security guards at the hospital if they could go and arrest her grandmother. It must have been a huge shock for her to see her own mom getting slapped around like that.
Really? She was pretty determined to see Angie in handcuffs.
She said that when somebody does something bad, they have to get arrested. And if her grandma didn't get arrested, that wouldn't be fair. She also seemed afraid that she would do something like that to you again, or worse. I'll never forget the look on her face when she said to me, "I don't want my mom to die too." You've got one amazing little girl, Molly. She's smart, strong, and caring, and incredibly mature for her age too. But at the same time, she does still have that certain special childlike innocence about her. She seems like she's thinking a lot about how she can help protect her family.
She told me right after Ryan died that she was going to help take care of her little brother. I guess she wants to do whatever she can to protect me, too. Well, thank you for telling me all of that, Roger. You were always a good friend to Ryan, and it's incredibly kind of you to keep thinking about us even after he's gone.
I owe a lot to Ryan, so it doesn't matter to me how many years go by. You can always rely on me if you need help. And by the way, there's one other thing I need to tell you. This is something that he had been talking to me about for a while before he died, and since you're his wife, I think you deserve to know everything. Now, I should warn you, this may come as quite a shock. If you're not feeling well right now, I think we should wait until another time to talk about it.
If it's as shocking as you seem to think it is, I think I should hear it as soon as possible. Go ahead, Roger.
All right. This is really hard for me to say, but I have good reason to believe that Ryan's death wasn't an accident.
What? What are you saying, Roger?
Well, Molly, are you ready to give up and let me have my grandchildren? You know you can't look after both of them by yourself. Stop delaying the inevitable and do as I say.
I was very clear with you about that, Angie. The answer is no.
Oh, please, you had to call an ambulance and go to the hospital over a little fall. And you expect me to believe you can handle being a mother? Let's see. Katie seems like she's been thoroughly brainwashed by you. There's not much I could do with her. I'll take your baby son then. There's still hope for him.
If you think I would ever give either of my children to you, you're insane. You're a criminal.
What? A criminal? Me?
Yes, you rotten old hag. I know that you tripped me on purpose. Then you jumped on top of me and started slapping me after I passed out. Katie saw everything, so she knows just what a monster you are. I will be pressing charges, so I hope you're ready to go to jail.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. You're actually going to press charges against me? I'm your mother-in-law. We're family, you impudent brat.
Not anymore, we're not. I don't want you to ever talk to me or my kids ever again.
You must have hit your head pretty hard when you fell because you're delusional. If you cut me off, who are you going to have to rely on? No one, that's who.
Shut up, you senile old snake. I still have my mom. I don't need you. But even if I didn't have anyone else in this world, I still have my 2 children, and they are more than enough for me. As long as they're here, I can take on any challenge life throws at me.
Ah, yes, the old strong, independent woman trope. Newsflash, Molly, the only reason you've had food on your table for the last several years is my Ryan's hard work. What have you done since marrying him, All you've ever been is a housewife. You can't make it on your own.
I will do anything and everything that my children need me to do for them. If I need help, I can ask my parents. But I would rather die than allow either of my children to fall into your filthy, blood-stained hands.
You have no right to keep them from me. As long as those 2 have my son's blood running through their veins, that makes them my grandchildren. I have just as much of a right to raise them as you.
Where'd you get your legal advice from? Social media? My God, you're such a moron.
You can't insult my intelligence. I've been alive for far longer than you.
Trust me, I can tell from how much of your skin is sagging lately.
How dare you? I am just as beautiful as I've ever been.
Oh, I bet you think so. You must think that if you're attractive enough to sleep with another woman's husband, you must be hot stuff.
What? What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I have no idea what you're referring to. Stop making such ridiculous, baseless accusations.
Baseless? You're wrong, Angie. I've got plenty of hard evidence. It was all a parting gift from none other than your dear son.
Ryan? Oh, nonsense. What evidence could he possibly have had?
Come to find out, he personally saw you out on the town with a man he'd never met before. He just so happened to be across the street when the 2 of you came walking out of a hotel together. He was absolutely furious and immediately started digging into your relationship. After all, you gave me grief for being a housewife, but you're the same as me. Your husband has been working for decades to support you, and yet you have the gall to walk around with another man in broad daylight?
Come to find out? What's that supposed to mean? How did you come to find out?
Ryan's best friend told me. The 2 of them had been talking about what to do about you for a while, and that friend was the one who hooked Ryan up with a private detective.
A private detective? You must be joking.
I'm afraid not. He did a very thorough report on you. And do you know why Ryan did that?
I don't know. Because he was shocked to see me, his mother, with another man?
Oh, Angie, you really are clueless. If he was just upset about your affair, do you think he would hire a private detective? No, he'd simply confront you about it.
Well, then why? Stop beating around the bush and tell me.
He was trying to get you to stop being so cruel to me. You think he didn't know you were acting like a wicked stepmother out of a fairy tale? Not only were you berating me at every opportunity, he saw on our security camera that you were trying to get Katie to get in your car while she was playing alone in the yard, all without ever telling us. He knew there was no way you'd stop unless he got some serious dirt on you. Dirt that, if your husband found out, would get him to divorce you for sure. Then what would you do, Angie? What would you, a 30-plus-year-old housewife, do if you suddenly got booted out of your house? You'd be done for.
No, I can't believe it. How could Ryan do that to his own mother?
Stop acting like a victim, you dementia-addled degenerate. Anyway, I don't think I have to tell you at this point, but we know, Angie.
About what?
We know that the person who got into that accident with Ryan was none other than your boyfriend.
Oh, that's purely coincidence.
Coincidence? The one person in the world with a reason to hurt Ryan kills him in an accident, and you expect me to believe that's a coincidence? Earlier in the day Ryan died, he went to talk to your boyfriend. But you already told him Ryan was coming, didn't you? You told him that Ryan was on to you.
I know this looks bad, but I swear it's all a sheer coincidence. He wouldn't do something like this intentionally.
There we go, you're finally becoming a bit more honest. You were playing dumb, but I knew all along that Ryan already gave you his ultimatum. He told you he knew, could prove it, and that if you didn't want your husband to find out, to back off of me.
But you don't understand. He's a married man, too. If word got out about us, it would be awful for both of our families. My husband would leave me penniless, and his wife would take him for all he's worth.
That sounds like a motive to me. Anyway, we've already taken all of this to the police. The police are probably paying your boyfriend a visit as we speak. And once they check his cell phone records, you'll be next. It's only a matter of time.
Please wait. I'm sorry, Molly, for everything. Please forgive me.
Me? I'm not the one you should be asking for forgiveness. Ryan is. It's too bad you'll never get the chance to ask him for forgiveness yourself, because he's up in heaven right now and you're headed straight for the deepest pits of hell. As I predicted, Angie was arrested later on that same day. I heard from the arresting officer that they had to drag her kicking and screaming out of her house. And my poor father-in-law, who was at that point oblivious to everything, could only stand there in shock, mouth agape. Evidence came out that Angie had told her boyfriend to do what he knew he needed to do in order to keep their secret. They were both convicted and sentenced to spend the rest of their very short lives behind bars. As for me, I'm doing my best to focus on my family. I owe a lot to Katie. She was so strong and brave at the funeral. Roger's help was indispensable too. Ryan was blessed with a good friend. So while I treasure the memory of my husband in my heart, the best thing for me to do is to press forward. Fortunately for me, I am surrounded by wonderful people willing to help me do just that.
Hello, Naomi. This is Kevin's father. I hope you'll pardon me about texting you like this. Kevin said he discussed with you about giving me your contact information.
Hello, Mr. Edwards. Yes, it's totally fine by me. I hope this will give us a chance to feel more like family.
Thank you. So you have confirmed the visit with Kevin?
Yes, we discussed it last night. He suggested this weekend and said he'd consult with you about which day.
Yes, we agreed that you're coming to meet us today. We'll be expecting you at 2 p.m.
Is there anything I can bring for the visit?
That won't be necessary. Just be on time.
Yes, thank you for having me over. I'm looking forward to meeting you and your wife.
Pardon me for saying so, but our household runs on strict schedules. Don't make us wait.
Of course not. I understand the importance of punctuality.
Punctuality is most important. First impressions matter in our family.
I appreciate you letting me know. What would be appropriate attire for the visit? I want to be sure I don't dress out of place.
Dress appropriately for meeting your future in-laws. I trust you understand what that means.
Yes, I'll make sure to dress suitably for the occasion.
Kevin speaks highly of you, Naomi. Let's hope you live up to his praise.
I'll do my best to make a good impression.
Don't forget, 2 p.m. sharp.
Of course, I'll be there on time, Mr. Edwards.
And make sure you're properly prepared for the kind of household you're entering.
I understand. I've noted down the address you sent earlier.
Good. Don't be late.
I'll make sure to arrive a few minutes early.
See that you do. Kevin's mother is particularly strict about timing.
Thank you for letting me know. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone.
We'll see how it goes.
Mr. Edwards, I don't understand. What did I do wrong?
How dare you text me? Don't ever step foot in this house again, you poor girl!
But, Mr. Edwards, sir, please, can you tell me what I did wrong?
You have the audacity to ask that?
But I thought I prepared myself as per your advice, Father.
Do not address me as father. That to you is something I shall never be.
I arrived exactly on time as requested. I prepared carefully for this meeting.
You think punctuality makes up for everything else?
Why do you hate me so much? When I messaged you before coming to meet you, you seemed so welcoming.
Your act might fool my son, but not me.
What do you mean? I'm not acting.
What made you think you could come here dressed like that? Is that how you show respect to your future in-laws?
I chose this outfit carefully for today's meeting.
A thrift store bargain sale outfit?
The brand and price shouldn't matter if the outfit is appropriate.
Here I believed my son would bring home someone worthy of him, but look what we got instead. Coming to meet your fiancé's family wearing such cheap attire. I'd like to ask the designer what they were thinking. It's quite apparent to me that you're a poor girl who's just after our money, aren't you?
That's not true. Kevin and I connected over shared interests.
Shared interests like his bank account?
I don't understand. These clothes are perfectly appropriate for a family meeting.
Appropriate? You clearly don't understand our standards. Someone of our status expects better. You sent a clear message today. You are a gold digger.
That is completely untrue. How could you just assume so?
I've seen enough of your type in my time.
I swear to you, I am not out for your family money. I want to share my life with your son.
Enough! That will not happen. This conversation is over.
Whatever your perceptions, Mr. Edwards, it doesn't justify trying to hit me with an ashtray.
You still don't know your place, do you?
Yes, I do. Violence is never justified.
I tried to hit you because I saw straight through your act. You're poor and after my son's money. I can only imagine what kind of parents raised someone like you.
My father raised me to respect others and never judge by appearances.
A lecture about respect from someone like you?
Yes, because respect should be mutual, regardless of wealth.
Spare me your lectures about respect. What would an impoverished girl know about it?
Regardless, was hitting me with an ashtray really necessary? I only avoided injury because my bag cushioned the blow when I stood up in shock. If it had hit my arm directly, it could have broken a bone.
If you understood your place, it wouldn't have come to this.
Is this how you treat everyone you consider beneath you?
You are beneath me, young miss, because you see my son's wealth as a ladder for you to climb up from your lowly station. That bag of yours probably cost less than my pocket handkerchief.
The cost of my bag has nothing to do with this. You tried to physically harm me.
Then consider it a stern warning. Stay away from my son. I'll find him a proper young lady.
Kevin and I care about each other. Our relationship isn't about money.
Care? How absurd. What could you possibly offer him?
I offer him genuine love and support.
That's what all gold diggers say. Did you really think we wouldn't see through you?
I'm not dating Kevin because he's wealthy. Please believe me.
Save your rehearsed lines. I know a bad actor when I see one.
They're not rehearsed. They're my true feelings.
And what point do you hope to drive home? That you're different? That you truly love him?
Yes, exactly that. Why won't you believe me?
Don't you know that poor people's words are worthless? Money and status are everything in this world. I have no obligation to listen to someone who has neither. Just stay away from Kevin, understand?
You're wrong about what matters in life.
What would someone like you know about life? About success?
But, Mr. Edwards, I swear I'm not what you think I am.
No buts! I've seen dozens like you trying to climb the social ladder through my son. You're just another gold digger, but with worse fashion sense.
You're making assumptions without knowing anything about me.
Your presence at our home today told me everything I need to know.
You haven't even given me a chance to explain. Won't you please speak to Kevin?
I know everything I need to know. Now enough of this time wasting. I will elucidate my son on the matter and let him know the necessity of terminating this relationship.
You have no right to make such a decision. Kevin cares about me.
He will do as I say, and you will stay away from him.
Well, I thought this was just a misunderstanding. I can see I was wrong. I don't need to go where I am treated so horribly.
Young miss, you are poor. Do you think you have a choice?
Everyone has a choice about how they're treated.
Just remember what I said. Stay away from Kevin, or next time I won't miss.
Threatening me won't change who I am or how I feel about Kevin.
This conversation ends here.
Naomi, what time are you coming home today? Oh, sorry, you're meeting your boyfriend's family right now. Hope I'm not interrupting.
It's okay. The meeting ended early.
Oh, you've read this. Is the meeting over already?
I did go to his house, but his father kicked me out. He even tried to hit me with an ashtray.
What? Are you okay? Are you hurt?
My bag cushioned the blow, so I'm fine, but he was really trying to hit me. It could have broken a bone if it had connected.
Send me your location right now.
I'm at the station near their house.
Stay there. I'm leaving work now.
Please don't leave work early because of this.
No, I'll come. I can leave work right now.
Really, I'm fine. Just shaken.
Did you call the police?
No, I just left quickly.
This isn't okay just because you weren't hurt. You could have had broken bones. What happened?
Kevin's family is really wealthy, and his father thought I was just a poor girl after their money. He told me I wasn't good enough for Kevin and to never contact him again.
Was this unprovoked?
Completely. He started criticizing my clothes shortly after I arrived.
Did Kevin say anything when his father did this?
He wasn't even in the room. His father made sure to confront me alone.
Have you contacted Kevin about what happened?
I tried messaging him, but I think his father made him block me.
He blocked you without even asking for your side of the story?
Yes, I can't believe he would just do that.
Trying to hit someone for that reason is insane. As your father, I can't let this attack on you slide. I'm going to formally protest. Give me Kevin's father's name and address.
Dad, please don't do anything rash.
Trust me, I won't.
Are you planning to confront him directly? He tried to hit someone with an ashtray without hesitation. What if you end up getting hurt?
I've dealt with difficult people before. I know how to handle him.
But Dad, he's really aggressive. He didn't even listen to anything I said.
What exactly did he say to you?
He told me he did not appreciate my presence in his home and demanded I leave. When I asked why, he threw the ashtray and yelled. I left because it was dangerous to stay.
He didn't explain anything more?
After I came here, I texted him asking for an explanation. He replied saying that poor people's words are worthless, that money and status are everything.
Don't worry, I have my own way of handling this.
What are you planning to do?
Just trust me, I won't do anything reckless.
If you say so. His name is Thomas Edwards. I saw it on their nameplate.
That name sounds familiar.
Do you know him?
I've heard it before in business circles.
Is that bad?
Let me handle this professionally.
Dad, please be careful. I don't want you getting hurt because of me.
After your mother passed, I promised to always protect you. I won't break that promise.
I know, but still.
Are you sure you're not hurt anywhere?
Physically, I'm fine. It just really hurts that a man who was to be my father-in-law is breaking up my relationship with my fiancé just because of some misunderstanding that he refuses to acknowledge. I mean, this is my marriage partner he's taking from me.
I'm so sorry to see my sweet girl in this situation.
Oh, Dad, you're the best. But promise me you won't go near that man, okay?
Just focus on taking care of yourself right now. Are you sure you don't want me to come get you?
I'm on the train now and almost home. But can we have dinner together soon?
Of course. Let me handle this situation first.
Thanks, Dad.
That's what fathers are for. Get some rest when you get home.
I will. Please be careful.
Always am. Text me when you get home. Hello, Mr. Edwards. I believe we need to talk.
Who is this? Do I know you? How do you know to contact me?
I'm the poor father you wanted to meet.
Who are you? I'm going to have you blocked.
I'm the father of the daughter you threw out and tried to hit today. I heard you wanted to see what kind of parents she had, so I got your contact information from her.
This is absurd. Another waste of my time.
We need to discuss your actions toward my daughter.
Well then, so you're that poor girl's father. Unlike you bottom feeders, I'm busy. What do you want with my valuable time?
Let's discuss your attempt to assault my daughter with an ashtray.
You're exaggerating what happened.
Am I? Throwing objects at guests isn't assault?
Assault? Don't be dramatic. I was just teaching her a lesson about social class.
Let's be clear about what happened.
Nothing happened. She left unharmed.
Do you understand that what you attempted was assault? Being threatened with violence by a larger man could have left psychological trauma beyond any physical injuries. If you formally apologize, we can avoid making this a bigger issue. Set up a meeting soon and sincerely apologize to Naomi.
An apology? To someone of your status?
This isn't about status, it's about basic human decency.
You really don't know your place, do you? Why should I apologize to you people? I'm a TV station executive. I'm a man of wealth and status. Don't you know money and status are everything? I call the shots. I'm the one who tells people to jump. You have some nerve demanding that I spare my time to apologize to your lowly daughter. You two best both keep away, or else.
Are you threatening me now?
Take it however you want.
Is that your final position?
It's not a threat, it's a fact. Know your place.
I see words won't work. Then I have my own approach.
Empty threats from a nobody? What could someone like you possibly do?
You'll find out soon enough.
Are you attempting to threaten me now? Do you know who I am?
I know exactly who you are, Mr. Edwards. Maybe better than you think.
How quaint! The words of the poor mean nothing to me.
So that is your final position on this matter.
Of course it is. What else would you expect?
Nothing more. I can see that. Then I won't hold back. It's the smaller dogs that bark the loudest.
Watch your tone with me. I can easily make sure you never work in this city again.
We'll see about that, Mr. Edwards. We'll see.
Don't think you can intimidate me with vague threats.
They're not threats. Consider this a courtesy notice of what's coming.
You're really starting to irritate me. Whatever you're planning, it won't work. Money and power always win.
That's where you're wrong. Sometimes justice wins.
Justice? Don't make me laugh. What would you know about justice?
You'll find out very soon. Good day, Mr. Edwards.
Who do you think you are? Don't try texting me again.
Sir, I'm sorry to ask, but did you find a card case at your house? I know I shouldn't contact you, but Kevin seems to have blocked me. Could you please check?
Who gave you permission to message me?
No one. I just really need that card case back.
Yes, but I had Kevin block you. You work at the same company but different departments, right? I told him to avoid the poor girl so you'll never see him again.
I understand, sir. I'm not texting to argue the point. I'm just asking about a card case.
What card case?
It's a small leather case, brown with gold corners.
Why should I help you find anything?
Yesterday, when the ashtray hit my bag, some things fell out. I thought I got everything, but I must have missed it in my hurry.
So now you're blaming me for your carelessness? Who cares about your poor girl's card case?
It has sentimental value. Please.
Sentimental value? Everything has a price.
Please. It has family photos in it. If you find it, I promise I'll never contact you again.
That's a written promise, then. You said it, the chat history proves it.
Yes, I mean it.
Very well, I'll look right now.
Thank you, sir.
I have it. It was under the sofa.
Thank goodness. Thank you. I'll come get it right away.
No, stay where you are. No need to rush. Let me see what's so precious about this case.
Please be careful with those photos.
What could be so important in here?
Sir, may I please come over to have my case returned?
So be it, you may come. I'll look at what kind of family photos a poor person has while I wait.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edwards. I'll be on my way shortly.
Hey, who's this man in the photo? Do you know him?
My father. The only photos in there are with him.
This man looks familiar. This photo can't be right.
What's wrong with it?
Impossible! This man is an executive at one of our station's major sponsor companies! Isn't your father supposed to be poor?
I never said that.
But your clothes!
What about them?
Well, why were you wearing such shabby clothes? With a corporate executive father, you should be wealthy!
Simple doesn't mean shabby. I just prefer simple clothes. And shabby is quite rude. Why don't you ask the designer about that?
What do you mean?
The outfit you called cheap? It's from this season's collection.
But there was no brand logo.
Just because it doesn't have visible logos doesn't mean it isn't designer. I actually dressed up a bit to meet the parents of my fiancé, but all you saw was poor-looking clothes.
Why didn't you say something earlier?
Did you give me a chance to?
If you could afford designer clothes, why choose such plain ones?
Because I don't need to prove my worth through obvious brands.
You should have said something, you know.
About my father's position? Why should that matter?
Of course it matters. This changes everything.
You never gave me the chance. Besides, I don't think price tags determine a clothing's worth.
It's not about the clothes anymore. We need to discuss this. So when your father contacted me yesterday, that was a sponsor company executive? I need to explain immediately. Tell your father I want to talk. If anything goes wrong, it's your fault.
My fault? You tried to hit me with an ashtray.
That was an honest misunderstanding. You need to help me fix this.
Dad told me to leave this to him, so I can't help. I only contacted you about the card case.
You can't just leave it like this. I demand that you help me.
It's out of my hands. I'd just like to collect my card case.
Not until you can get your father to contact me.
Goodbye, Mr. Edwards. I'll send someone to collect the card case some other time.
Wait! We need to discuss this! Reply to me at once! I need to explain about the other day. Please, sir, I understand you are a busy man, as am I. Allow me to explain about what happened with your daughter the other day. You see, it was all a test. I wasn't really going to hit her. I just wanted to test if she'd stick with Kevin despite parental opposition. I'm sure you can understand my position. It was a test for her to prove her devotion to my son.
Is that all you wanted to say?
As a fellow executive, you surely understand how important it is to test potential in-laws, right?
Testing with violence?
That wasn't real violence, just a show to test her character. And of course, this is our private affair. You will of course keep this from the station.
I see you've figured out who I am.
Yes, I had no idea you were a sponsor executive. I deeply apologize for my rudeness.
Is that what an apology sounds like?
I'm apologizing, aren't I? What more do you want?
You're only apologizing because I'm a sponsor executive. If I wasn't, you wouldn't be apologizing at all, which means your words are meaningless. I only accept apologies from those who are truly sorry.
Let's be reasonable about this. Come on, no need to get so worked up. Yes, I tried to hit Naomi, but I didn't actually hit her. Aren't you being a bit unreasonable?
You're calling me unreasonable after attempting to assault my daughter?
The ashtray didn't even touch her.
You fundamentally don't understand people's hearts. After Naomi's mother died when she was young, I raised her alone. I needed money to raise her well, so I worked hard. I couldn't spend much time with her, but she grew up to be a good person who cares about me. That's why I want her happiness more than anything. I can't forgive someone who dismissed her feelings and tried to hit her with an ashtray just because of their own misunderstanding.
I understand there are emotions involved. Let's discuss this rationally. Surely we can come to terms, executive to executive.
Whether the ashtray hit or not isn't the issue. I can't forgive someone who would casually try to hit another person. A station with such a person as an executive has no future potential, so I'm withdrawing our sponsorship.
You're bluffing! Over this? I know the truth. You think the same way I do.
The same way?
About maintaining our position, about power. That money and status are everything. You're a corporate executive. Your income is equal to or higher than mine. There's no way you really think like common people. That's how you really feel, right? I won't tell anyone, just be honest.
This is pointless. Well, things have gone too far now for words to matter. You should prepare yourself.
For what, a little sponsorship loss? Whatever, I'll just get other companies to sponsor us. With my presentation skills, getting one or two companies to take your place will be a simple matter.
You're being naive. You're about to be removed from your executive position.
That's impossible! How on earth would I lose my position over such a trivial affair?
When I reported this incident to the station, the board made their decision. They don't need an executive who causes them to lose sponsors. Even without that, if this incident became public, the station would face backlash. They decided it's better to remove you first. By the way, I didn't know this, but you have many enemies, even among your colleagues. Apparently, they unanimously voted to remove you.
You're lying! They wouldn't dare! I don't know what game you're trying to play here, but that's enough!
After all that boasting about money and status being everything, you've destroyed yourself with your own actions. How ironic. What was it you said? Money and status should be prioritized above all else? Now that you're about to lose both, I have no obligation to listen to you. Well, I'm busy, unlike you, who just bullies people all day. Excuse me.
Wait, please, we can work this out. You can't do this to me. The board will hear my side. Please, just give me one more chance. I can't afford to lose my job. Naomi, we need to talk. My life's been ruined since you came to our house. I lost my executive position and got fired. Even with my assets, losing my position has made things a challenge, if you understand my words.
Why are you contacting me again?
Everything's fallen apart because of you.
That's not my fault. You did this to yourself.
I lost everything because of you.
You lost everything because you tried to assault me. Why are you messaging me just to complain?
No, I wanted to tell you this. I have good news for Kevin. I found Kevin a more suitable woman than you, Miss Julia. She's gentle and refined, perfect for Kevin. Her father is even a company president. The company isn't very big, but once I get involved in management after their marriage, it'll grow quickly. I may have lost my job, but I'll end up joining the management of a company.
Is this Julia the one from our securities firm?
Yes, that Julia. So you know her?
Well, she's famous in her own way.
You famous for her refinement? As a refined lady?
No, she's known for excessive spending and going after wealthy men. I don't know details, but I heard her family's company is about to go bankrupt. Her spending habits aren't helping either.
You must be lying about her.
Ask around the office. Everyone knows.
Why don't I know anything about this?
Julia's been after Kevin for a while. She used to harass me when Kevin and I were dating, telling me to break up because she should be with him. I knew she was after his family's money, so I stood up to her harassment. But if you approve of her marrying Kevin, at least I won't have to deal with her harassment anymore.
That's impossible! She's so refined and so elegant. She wears designer brands.
Probably bought with money she got from other men. Clothes don't define a person. You still don't understand that. I don't know how she presented herself to you, but from my perspective, she's not a good catch.
This can't be happening again! So you're saying Julia is the real gold digger?
I'll tell you one thing. She's famous for depleting her boyfriend's wealth, so be careful.
Wait, please. Clearly I made a mistake. I'll admit that. I'll cancel Kevin and Julia's engagement. Naomi, won't you get back together with Kevin? You must still love him. Maybe you could even put in a good word with your father.
Are you seriously asking this?
I realize now I was wrong about you. I made a mistake. I see that now.
How can you say something so self-serving? Yes, I loved Kevin, but I have no interest in a man who wouldn't protect his girlfriend when his father tried to hit her, and who blocked me just because his father told him to. This is the last time I'll have anything to do with you. Enjoy Kevin and Julia's wedding.
Please, reconsider! Your father could help me!
Goodbye, Mr. Edwards.
You can't just leave it like this! Miss Naomi, please, be charitable!
Hey, want to have dinner together tonight? A friend gave me some dinner vouchers.
That would be nice right now, actually.
It's that new place you mentioned you wanted to try.
The one near the station? I've heard great things about it.
Yes, apparently their chef trained in France.
So I've heard. Oh, now I can't wait to go.
I'm looking forward to it too.
What time should we meet?
How about 7? Does that work with your schedule?
Perfect. I can head there right after work. Dad, do you think I made the right choice?
About Kevin?
Yes. Sometimes I wonder if I should have tried harder.
You can't build a relationship without mutual respect.
Hey, are my clothes really poor looking? Should I go home and change?
What's this about? The restaurant doesn't have a dress code.
Well, it's some things Kevin's father said. I wear simple clothes because I like them, but maybe they look shabby?
Is that still bothering you?
Sometimes I wonder if he was right about how I present myself.
Don't let his words change who you are. That man can't see true value unless it's a designer brand waved in his face. Don't worry about it. Your true value doesn't need a designer label anyway.
You always know what to say to make me feel better.
I learned from raising you. Remember when you were little?
When I insisted on wearing that same blue dress everywhere?
And you said it made you feel confident. That's what matters.
I remember you never forced me to wear anything I didn't want to.
Because clothes should make you comfortable, not appease others' preferences.
Thanks, Dad. I needed to hear that. I'll head straight to the restaurant after work then.
Perfect. And Naomi?
Yes?
I'm proud of how you handled everything.
Even though I lost Kevin?
You stayed true to yourself. That's what matters.
Sometimes I wonder if I should have dressed differently that day.
Don't. You did nothing wrong.
I know. It just takes time to fully believe it.
Have you been sleeping okay?
Better now. The first few nights were hard.
I'll finish work earlier when I can so we can have dinner more often. I need to make up for not spending enough time with you when you were little.
Dad, you did your best after Mom passed.
Still, I want to do better now.
You're already the best dad I could ask for.
Then let's make these dinners a regular thing.
Weekly dinners?
Whatever works with your schedule.
I'd love that. See you at 7.
All right, see you soon.
After being removed from his executive position, Thomas struggled to find new employment due to his attitude that money and status were everything. He shifted to trying to increase his wealth through investments. Anxious after losing his job, he started making large investments, but they haven't been going well, and he's living with constant anxiety about his diminishing assets. He tried to cancel Kevin and Julia's engagement, but Julia's family was already committed and threatened to demand compensation if he broke it off. The situation became messy. Having lost his job and not wanting to lose more assets, Thomas initially hesitated, but eventually agreed to pay a large settlement, deciding it would be less costly than going through with the marriage. Having lost the money and status he used to brag about, Thomas is now desperately job hunting under pressure from his family about his future. As for me, I decided to focus on work and avoid dating for a while. However, one day, the bag that had protected me from the ashtray finally broke. When I dropped my things on the train platform, a man helped me pick them up, and he turned out to be my senior from college. He invited me to dinner afterward. I'm thinking maybe one dinner wouldn't hurt.
Make sure you don't cheap out on the gifts at my upcoming wedding, okay? If there isn't at least double the amount I get from the rest of my family coming from you, then I'm going to get upset. I might even make you leave my dad at that point. Jordan, I'm not sure you should be saying things like that to me right now, especially at a time like this. I understand that you might be excited about the upcoming wedding and all that, but that does not give you the right to say such things like that to me or anyone. What? I don't have a mom, though, so how am I supposed to know what to be saying? How about you tell me what I should be saying, since I've had to live my whole life with only a dad in my life? I've never had a kind mom to help me through anything like this. I have been around you all your life, though, right? And I'd been trying to act as your mother the whole time, teaching you everything I thought you'd need to know. So don't use that whole I have no mom trick on me, because I have been here for 25 years helping raise you with your father. What are you talking about? You think I've ever thought of you as my mom? Could you stop acting like you actually did anything that makes you my mom just because you were around me for a little while? I'm not trying to act like I'm your mother, though. To be honest, I've just been around your father this whole time and thought it would be kind of myself to be helpful with you. And as far as I can remember, you always did view me as your mother figure. But I suppose that was all a lie then? Which is fine, I guess, but you still need to respect me for what I've done for you. Stop acting like I should still be thinking of you that way, though. And respect you? No thanks. I'll have you know right now that I never agreed with you getting married to my dad. Like I'd ever want some useless grandma around in my life. I wonder what my dad saw in your old butt that made him think marriage was a good idea. For some reason, it's starting to seem like you're acting even worse than before. Did I do anything to you recently? I know that for the past couple of years you've grown a little distant from me, but now it's almost like you're actually trying to make me feel bad. That's because I really want for you and my dad to get a divorce. So why should I continue being nice to you when I'm trying to get you out of my life? And as for the actual wedding, I really hope you don't actually come to it. You'd ruin the vibe for everyone else there that shows up wanting to celebrate me. All of my guests would have to learn my dad got remarried to some shut-in grandma. I understand that I work from home most of the time, but I wouldn't start throwing the word shut-in around. It does not make me feel good when you call me that. Well, listen, I've been saying that about you this whole time. And to be real with you, when have I ever seen you actually working a job? Since you're always sitting in that room all day, I'm sure you're just playing video games or watching YouTube, right? Just because you're not seeing me work does not mean I'm doing other things in there. What I'm doing is not just something I need to show you, and if I leave the door open for everyone all the time, I won't be able to focus. That's probably why you've never seen what I'm actually doing in that room. But I promise you that what I'm doing is related to my job. That's what you say. Thank God my dad is such a nice man, right? If he was any more strict with you, then you'd never be able to continue playing those video games all day long, right? How about now that I'm out of the house, though, you go ahead and divorce him? You really want your father to be alone that badly? Do you think that I'm taking him away from you or something?
gifts from me.
What are you talking about, Richard? Month after month, you've already been asking me to raise your allowance for whatever reasons you have. Are there really that many things going on in your life that require you to get more money from me?
There's nothing crazy going on here. I just happen to have a lot of work on my plate, and that leads to me getting stressed out. So I want to use that money you give me to get some fresh air and relax a little bit. You're making all kinds of money with your job, so it's not like you have anything to worry about. So how about you just give me a bit more each month in my allowance? That way things can be a little bit more fair here.
If that's how you're feeling, then how about you leave that dead-end job you have and work for a company that actually values you and pays you more? I don't want you thinking you can just take my money and play around with it all the time. But find some work yourself, and I promise you, you'll start making more money and won't have to keep asking your wife for her money.
Hey, don't say things like that. We've both been working for as long as I can remember, at least while we've been married, right? Yet you're not going to let me have anything that you've earned? I thought that by being married, we were supposed to share what we made.
I've been letting you have quite a bit of it already. The thing is, you haven't been giving me anything in return. You take all that money you make and spend it all on yourself. Everything that has to do with this house, I'm being left to pay for. And for as long as I can remember, I haven't gotten any money from you to help me out, or even as a gift to show your love and appreciation for me.
But look, Jordan is going to be leaving us soon, so you won't have to pay for her anymore, right? That means you and I can have a little more fun with our lives, right? So you shouldn't be upset about giving me a bit more to spend every month. And as for that appreciation you're seeking from me, I give it to you every day by staying with you.
A little more fun with our lives? For some reason, that makes it sound like you don't want to have fun with me, but rather have fun by yourself outside of the house. Hasn't that been where all my money has gone to already that I've given you? I'm sorry, but I'm not okay with that.
Hey, what's gotten into you? You've never spoken to me like that before. What happened to you today that's made you so stingy?
I'm starting to realize that your spending is a little suspicious. Up until now, I haven't really thought anything of it, but then I was being asked for money and gifts from your daughter, and she told me that she wanted more from me than anyone else in the family.
Duh, that sounds like her. She must have gotten that kind of greedy mindset from her mother. That woman went and took all the money she could get.
daughter, Jordan. I don't have a daughter, though. You're really going to start telling crappy jokes like that now? Why are things turning out like this now? I never told anyone that I wanted my wedding canceled. Well, don't worry, because I did. Huh? What does that mean? How could you have canceled my wedding? Well, I was the one who went and paid for the whole wedding. What? And since that wedding I paid for would not be seating me, I chose to have it canceled. I have no idea what you're talking about. This whole wedding was all paid for by my dad. What the hell are you going on about? And now that you say that, I'm sure that's how he explained things to you. But unfortunately, whatever your father was telling you was a lie. In reality, I was the one that paid for every little thing related to the wedding today. What? Are you being serious? Well, yes, of course I'm being serious. Isn't the fact that your wedding is being canceled right now clear enough evidence of that? Why? If you're really the one who paid for everything, then why did Dad lie to me about it? That's because your father wants you to continue liking him, and would rather you like him than me. And, well, that led to him trying to show off so that you'd stay with him instead of coming to me. Well, it's too bad things had to end this way, because now you're going to find out how poor of a father he really is. No way, you have to be lying. I just went and asked Dad about this, and he won't say a word to me now. I'm sure he won't. Because no matter how much he's tried to fake being the man of the house, the only true man of the house with all the power and money was me. That man can't do anything by himself, and you'll soon realize that. You have all the power and money, but the one making the most money is Dad, right? No, that would be me. Honestly, with your father, he's already been trying his best just to stay alive. And that's with the help of me giving him a monthly allowance. Huh? What does that mean? I've never heard anything about that at all. And that's because you never care to listen to what anyone has to say to you. I have talked about this many times now, about how I happen to work a very important job from home, and that I'm the one paying for everything in the home. And I have made sure that every time you tried to say I was only in my room playing games, that I am actually in there working diligently. Yet you never listened to any of those words I said, and continued to believe in that lie you made up about me. So don't get upset with me that you chose to live in your false reality. Are you really making all that money from home? Well, I sort of had the idea that you'd been working a little bit in that room, but I just assumed that you were only making enough to support your hobby of gaming. Well, you never actually cared about anything I was up to and would always leave the house to go out and mess around. That's why you have no idea what kind of things I was doing for work.
But I was always getting my allowance from Dad.
I know, and all of that money was coming from me. But your father wanted to make sure, no matter what, that you never found out about that. So I had to keep it a secret for so long that I was the one who really handled all her money to the family.
Why would you keep all of that a secret?
Because if I were to say anything, then your father would have been destroyed, right? He wanted to seem like this really cool father in front of you, and during those times I was in love with him. So I had to give in to what he wanted and keep everything a secret with him.
Wait, Dad is starting to get really upset right now. He wants to know why you'd start talking about all of that. He's telling me to tell you that all of that has nothing to do with my wedding.
What? Oh, such a loser. So that's all he has to say about what's going on? What do you think of him, Jordan? Do you really still find your father to be a really cool guy after he went and kept all of this stuff about his income and money to you a secret?
I really want to get pissed off at him right now, and what he's done is totally uncool and makes me want to say goodbye to him forever, too. Why have I respected my dad so much all this time?
Right? I was thinking that myself, and that's why I gave up on keeping that secret from you. So there you go. That's why I've told you the truth, yet it seems your father still wants to keep the truth hidden from you.
I get it now. I get it all now, so you can come back here. You can come back here and join my wedding as long as you tell all of the staff it won't be canceled.
You really think something as wonderful as that is going to happen for you? I told you already that I'm going to get this divorce, right? I knew something like this was going to happen today, so I made sure to prepare in advance. That's why all of your things are out of the house now, and I'll go ahead and toss them for you, okay?
What? What are you talking about now? Wait, does this mean the house is also...
That's right, my name is on the house. I've been the one renting the house this whole time, and pretty soon here I'm going to be moving out. I've really wanted to get myself a proper office for work, and so I was thinking it'd be best to get myself an office and then set up a bed in there to sleep. I'll have the lock and everything changed to the house so both you and your father can stay out of it now.
Wait a second. Things are going way too quickly for me. I never heard about any of that either. Aren't you being a real jerk right now, tossing all my things out of the house like that?
Wasn't all of this what you wanted, though? I am giving you the gift of a divorce between myself and your father, yet you're going to get all upset about it now?
You don't have to divorce Dad anymore. Please come back here. You have to do something about what's going on here. All of the Grooms family is getting really upset with me now and are threatening to take him away from me.
Wow, sucks to be you then, I suppose. Too bad that I don't care. Honestly, I'm sure they're all happy to learn about the true person you and your father are before having the wedding. They're probably thankful for what I've done.
Shut the hell up. Do you have any idea what this will do to my life?
You think I care about some complete stranger's life? Be happy that I gave up 25 years of my life supporting you and your father. Be thankful for all that.
I understand, and I am very thankful for all you've done. Thank you so much for everything, Mom. So please come back here now.
I don't ever remember being your ATM, all right? So stop it with all of that fake appreciation for me and get real. Really, do you have any idea how much I've done with your father? Always needing me to do everything for him, even going as far as asking me to pay for your whole wedding, and then on the day of, stabbing me in the back. I think the both of you need to spend some quality time in hell for this.
Don't say things like that. I'm not kidding when I say that right now things are really crazy. Dad's girlfriend just showed up to the wedding. She just started to tell him about how back in the day she did some things with his older brother. He knew about how she used to work as a prostitute and would take advantage of her all the time.
Oh, she's talking about that stuff now? I knew there was something wrong with her. But to think she did something as wild as that with his brother.
What? Do you know her?
After you gave me a few hints about how your father was cheating on me, I decided to delve into it a little bit more. I got my lawyer involved and we hired an investigator to have a look at what was going on with your father and her. We needed to know about who she was and what she was up to.
You went and did something like that?
And as for the allowance I was handing your father each and every month, most of it was going to that woman and the time he spent with her. I want all of that money back that I wasted on him, so I'll make sure this settlement I get from him is huge.
Settlement?
You thought I'd just skip all of the fun? I know about how he's been with her for the longest time now, cheating on me. And, well, cheating on me while married gives me the ability to take action against him. I'm still in the talks with my lawyer, so please give me just a few more days.
Wait, this can't be happening. Dad doesn't even have the money to pay you back.
You think I care about him having the money or not? If he doesn't, then he'd better start moving his ass and making that money for me.
We're being asked to pay for the rest of this wedding now. We don't have that kind of money on us. Please come here and do something about this, Mom.
Who is this mom you're talking about? You would never be calling some stranger that, right? You and I have cut ties completely now. So would you shut your mouth and let me have the peace of being free from you both that I deserve?
Please don't say things like that, Mom. I'll apologize to you for everything my dad and I have done. Don't abandon the both of us at a time like this.
Up until a few days ago, I had been trying my best not to be bothered by everything your father and you were doing and just focus on my work. But now that I think about it, I should have gotten rid of both of you long ago before things came to this. Now, I've told you what this divorce is, right? It's that present you asked me for before your wedding that's better than anything anyone else will give you, right? And you losing your wedding and going into debt with your father is something I believe suits the both of you well. So please take that next step forward and fall into the hell you've created for yourself. After everything that happened, the rest of the Grooms family had had enough of Jasmine, and they all began walking out of the wedding hall, officially ending the event that Jasmine had been so excited for. For her, this was supposed to be the happiest day of her life, but it had turned into an absolute disaster. The sight of the guests leaving, one by one, was something I'd never forget. The once vibrant and joyous atmosphere had quickly transformed into one of awkwardness and tension as the last of the Grooms family made their way to the doors. In the midst of it all, Jasmine tried to salvage what little dignity she had left, but it was clear that the day had spiraled out of control and nothing could save her at that point. Jasmine had previously claimed that she was already married to her fiancé. She said it just to make me feel worse, like there was some deep reason for her to abandon me, for me to feel the sting of her leaving even more acutely. But I knew that it was just a lie. She said it to manipulate me, trying to get under my skin and making me question everything I had ever believed about our relationship. Of course, in the back of my mind, I knew it was nothing more than an attempt at emotional manipulation. She wasn't married to anyone else. She was just playing games, pretending like she had some great new life ahead of her, knowing full well she had no future to go to once this whole sham of a wedding came crumbling down. As the rest of the groom's guests continued filing out of the hall, Jasmine's own guests began to leave as well. The wedding she had been so excited for was officially over, and there was no hiding it anymore. The hall, once full of life and chatter, had now become a shell of what it once was. All that was left was Jasmine and Carter standing there in the middle of it all, surrounded by the wedding staff who were asking for the remainder of the payment. The air in the room was thick with tension, and it was clear that this was not the way things were supposed to go. The staff was insistent the remaining balance of $5,000 still had to be paid, but neither Jasmine nor Carter had the means to cover it. The whole situation was falling apart at the seams. Jasmine, in a desperate attempt to save face, wrote a check for the amount, knowing fully well that it would bounce in a couple of days. She knew the trouble it would cause. It was clear that she didn't care about the consequences. She was more concerned with the immediate embarrassment she would face if she couldn't come up with the money on the spot. But even that wasn't going to work. The check would be worthless, and the consequences would be worse than she could imagine. By the time Jasmine and Carter arrived back at the house after the wedding, they were both in for yet another shock. Everything they owned had been thrown out into the yard. The doors were locked, just as I said they would be. They were effectively locked out of the house, and they thought they would still have a place in. Their world was crumbling down around them, and they had nowhere left to turn. I wasn't even there at the time, but I watched everything unfold through my doorbell camera. It was almost like watching a train wreck in slow motion. They sat outside for hours, begging to be let inside. They pleaded, tried to reason with me, and I wasn't interested in listening. I didn't care about what they had to say. I wasn't going to let them back into the house. They were reaping what they had sowed. They had manipulated, lied, and hurt me, and now it was time for them to face the consequences of their actions. Eventually they gave up, their voices hoarse from shouting and pleading. They walked away, but before they left, they had one final heated argument. They screamed at each other, blaming one another for everything that had gone wrong. Jasmine blamed Carter for not stepping up, and Carter blamed Jasmine for everything that had led them to this point. It was a vicious back and forth of accusations and anger. After a while, they both ran out of energy and ran off, completely defeated. In the days that followed, they moved into a cheap apartment. The place was bare, no furniture, nothing but what they had left from their old life. It was a sad, pathetic sight. I knew they had nothing to their name. They were living in a place that could barely be called a home, trying to put together a life that was already falling apart. But I didn't care. They deserved it. Not long after, my lawyer visited them, letting Carter know that the divorce had been finalized. Carter and I were officially exes. It was over. There was no turning back, but along with the divorce papers came a reminder of the settlement Carter owed me. He was given 3 months to pay the amount, or I would take him to court and raise the amount I was asking for. I wasn't sure he would be able to get the money together, but it didn't matter to me anymore. The settlement was a small price to pay for all the pain they had caused me. The truth was, I didn't need the money. I already had more than enough to live comfortably, and I knew that Carter and Jasmine would never be able to get anywhere near what I had. The divorce was already a victory in my eyes, and the money was just a small bonus in the long run. It would help me move on, but it wasn't going to define me. The real win was being free from them. As time went on, Jasmine and Carter both came to regret their actions. They regretted not appreciating me, not realizing that all I had done for them. They sat in that tiny, empty apartment crying about what they had lost. They would never have what I had. They would never know the peace and freedom that I now had. But that didn't concern me. They deserved everything they were going through, and I wasn't going to waste any more time thinking about them. In the end, it was just karma catching up with them, and I had no doubt that when the wedding hall found out about the bounced check, they would go after Jasmine and Carter, adding yet another layer of misery to their already ruined lives. They would have a new kind of hell to live in, and I couldn't help but laugh at the thought of it. As for myself, I reached a point where I knew I had to let go of the past entirely. Ending the lease on the house I had rented was the first step toward closing that chapter of my life. It was more than just a decision about a place to live. It was symbolic, a way to finally move on from all the negative memories that had accumulated there. The house, once a space I had thought of as a home, had turned into a constant reminder of the pain, betrayal, and emotional toll I had suffered at the hands of those I had once called family. Every corner, every room held echoes of arguments, manipulations, and broken promises. It was clear to me that the house no longer had a place in my future. I wasn't interested in staying in a place that had been tainted by the past, and I decided to make a fresh start. I didn't need the space that the house had provided for me. Instead, I chose to focus on something that would give me more independence and control: my work. I ended up finding a decent-sized office space downtown, a place where I could immerse myself completely in my career and leave the wreckage of my previous life behind me. It was the perfect decision for me. It wasn't just about the physical space, but about what that space represented. It was a fresh start, a clean slate, and I was ready to make it my own. The office was spacious and well-suited to my needs. It wasn't luxurious, but it had everything I needed to be comfortable and productive. There was a small kitchenette inside the office, which was a nice touch. I could grab a cup of coffee or prepare a quick meal without needing to leave the building, something that made my workdays feel more efficient. More than that, the office space was a place I could call mine. It wasn't shared with anyone else, and it didn't come with any emotional baggage attached. This was a new environment, one where I could focus entirely on what mattered most to me, my job and my future. In addition to the main office area, there was one room adjacent that had plenty of potential. The moment I saw it, I knew it could serve as a small bedroom for me. I didn't need anything extravagant, just a quiet space where I could sleep and recharge when I needed to. It was perfect for my current lifestyle, allowing me to combine both work and rest in the same place. It wasn't a permanent solution, but for the time being, it worked perfectly. I didn't need a large apartment or house to live in. What mattered was that I had a place that was mine, where I could build a routine and focus on my career without distractions. For now, this office space is where I'll be living, and I couldn't be more content with that choice. I've realized that I don't need the distractions or complications that came with living in a traditional home. Here I can channel all of my energy and attention into my work, and that's exactly what I've been doing. For far too long, I had invested so much of myself into people who didn't appreciate me, into relationships that drained me emotionally. I had poured so much of my time and energy into others that I had forgotten to invest in myself. But now, with this new space and renewed focus, I'm finally able to turn that around. My work is where my attention lies now, and it feels incredibly liberating to be able to dedicate myself entirely to something that is meaningful and rewarding. This change in focus has been transformative for me. I've found a sense of purpose and fulfillment that I never realized I was missing before. The shift from focusing on toxic, draining family dynamic to invest in my career has allowed me to grow in ways I never imagined. No longer do I have to worry about the selfishness and greed that defined my past relationships. I'm finally free to focus on my future and what I want to achieve without constantly being dragged down by people who don't care about me. I've learned that I don't need anyone's approval or validation to be happy. The family I once had was filled with selfish, manipulative individuals who took and took without ever giving back. Their priorities were always about themselves and what they could get from me, never about what I needed or wanted. They were people who never appreciated the things I did for them, never recognized the sacrifices I made, and certainly never acknowledged the love and effort I put into maintaining those relationships. They only saw me as a means to an end, and when I stopped giving, they showed their true colors. That realization has been freeing for me. The more I reflect on it, the more I understand that my life will be so much better without them. They were a weight I carried for far too long, and now that I've cut ties, I feel lighter and more at peace. It's been a slow journey, but I've learned to let go for the need of approval and acceptance from people who were never capable of giving it. In place of that, I've focused on building something for myself, something that I can be proud of. Living here in this office space is a small step in the right direction. It's not about luxury or material possessions. It's about creating a life for myself that is grounded in purpose and self-sufficiency. I no longer need to rely on others to feel validated or secure. My work is something I can control, something I can shape and mold into something meaningful. This is my time to shine, to focus on my career, and to build a future that doesn't depend on anyone but myself. And while I know that I am not where I ultimately want to be in life, I am content with where I am right now. I've made peace with the past and the choices I've made. The pain and struggles of the past no longer define me. They've become lessons, stepping stones that have helped me grow into a stronger, more independent person. I no longer feel the need to prove myself to anyone. The family I once had is a distant memory, and their actions no longer hold any power over me. Now I have the freedom to focus on my own future, and that's exactly what I plan to do. This office space, this new life, is all mine, and it's just the first step toward building something real, something lasting. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm not just surviving anymore, I'm thriving, and that's all that matters. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.